My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Series A80 Ivar. And here we have Ivar posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Ivar does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of grip hands. Then we get a pair of style pose hands. We also do get an entrance helmet. We get his entrance sleeve. And then we get an entrance gauntlet. Other than that, Ivar doesn't come with anything else, which I think a pair of fists never hurt anybody. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually have a closer look at Ivar. And so here we have a closer look at Ivar, and I think Mattel has done a really good job with this figure, although I do have some issues with the beard. As you can see, just like with Daniel Bryan, they did have the photoreal for the beard right here, but then they painted the rest of his beard, and yeah, as you can see, they don't match at all. His mustache and the soul patch right here are much lighter than the rest of his beard. Why didn't they just make the beard the same color as his hair? That would have been much nicer and better match that. It's not at all a big issue because you can always head swap it with a basic, but yeah, that is something that I don't understand why Mattel makes the beard that dark. It really shouldn't be. But it's still a really nice look for Ivar here, as you can see. I normally don't like expressions on the faces, but I think they did a fantastic job here with Ivar. Really do like the fact that his hair is slicked back. And one thing I do like is, despite his beard getting all the way here, he does still have some articulation in the head because his hair is actually flexible. They actually made his hair a separate piece from the rest of his head sculpt, so he does have some movement in there, so I do really like that. So enough about his head. Moving on to his torso. As you can see, Ivar here is a very hairy person, and I don't know if they've used this torso before. Have they? I want to say it's completely new, but I don't know if it is 100%. I don't know if another figure has used this torso. If they have, it's a really nice big guy torso, but it's not like a fat guy torso. It's just like a really wide, broad, big guy torso, so I really do like that. I guess this could have been a really old Braun Strowman torso when Braun Strowman wasn't so in shape. But anyway, yeah, it's a really nice torso. I do like it. It is a complete new sculpt, I think, because you can see his belly button right there. But again, I really do like the torso. I just feel like his arms are a little bit too small. Like, the arms don't match the body. I think he needs bigger arms. I don't know what other figure you might use for Ivar here, because it's strange seeing, because he does have the bigger arms. Don't get me wrong, it's not like they used the Daniel Bryan arms for Ivar. They actually did use the regular big guy arms, but I feel like those are even too small. Maybe if they had used, I don't know, are these the Luke Harper arms? I want to say they are. Dang it, now I'm going to have to get my Luke Harper out of storage and check these arms, but they do feel a little bit thin when compared to the rest of his body. He has this really broad torso right here, and this arm wants to fight me. He has this really broad body and then these really skinny arms. I wish that they had gone with some bigger arms. Maybe a Brock Lesnar figure might have the right arms. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do with him. But overall, I really do like the torso. Arms could be a little bit broader in my opinion. Really do like his entrance gear, right? Or not entrance gear, but his entrance wrestling attire here. It's part of the mold, so it doesn't have a part where you can take it off, which I do like when they have appliances like this that are part of the body but you can't remove it. Really do like the Norse writing. I want to say it's Norse, but it could just be Norse designs. Somebody went on Google and said, hey, that looks like Viking writing, let's use that. But I really like the detailing in it. There's a lot of nice sculpt work going through it. Fantastic work. It looks like leather, and then all the little rivets are painted. Not well, but they are painted, so I've got to give them some credit for at least trying to paint the rivets. And one thing I do like is that his tights are two-tone. You can see he does have black and brown right here. Out of packaging, this leg, you can see it is a little bit warped, so I do have to fix that. And out of the packaging, this leg severely loose. Now, it doesn't hinder him standing, but getting him to do poses will be a little tricky. Now, here's the funny thing. It's only loose going out to the side. As you can see, it can't even support its own weight. Going forward, no problem. The leg supports its own weight going forward, and you can see this leg supports its weight, no problems. Going forward, no problem. It's just that this leg is very, very loose. I'm going to have to apply some Kiki or some D-Star fixer elixir on that joint. Really do like his knee pads, but I do have to question why they went with these particular knee pads. They do have bigger knee pads for bigger guys. These ones almost feel like they're going to rip on me. I do like the fact that they did paint the writing and the brown on it, but give us bigger knee pads for bigger guys, because I feel like these are going to rip. I really do like his tattoo right here. They did a fantastic job tempoing his tattoos on. Really nice tattoos. I really do like those. And you can see he also has some tattoos right here on the back of his calf. And really do like the brown and black boots. I really do dig that for some reason. Overall, Ivar here is a pretty good figure. Just has some issues with the body. Well, not the body, the arms. The arms are the only thing I have an issue with. I think his legs are perfect. They got the right legs for Ivar here. Just the arms. The arms, I feel like they could have been a little bit chunkier, but that's just my opinion, guys. If you think his arms are okay, then there's no problem with that. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Ivar posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And so here we have Ivar posed next to fellow Viking Raider Eric. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at his articulation. Now, Ivar does have the standard elite articulation. He doesn't really look up and down all too well. You kind of can get him to look up, but then the weight of his beard will always bring it back down, so that is unfortunate. And because the beard is a solid plastic, there is no forward moving articulation, but he can slightly turn his head left and right, so that's better than most bearded characters. His arms are on a ball joint. They go out to the side. They do go all the way around. They swivel at the bicep, single bend at the elbow. We do have a swivel hinge at the wrist. We have an ab crunch which goes back about that far, goes forward about that far. Not too bad, but not too impressive for a big guy either. We do have a swivel at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about there, kick back, out to the side, no problem, and that's about as far as they go. Can he do a full splits? Nope, he cannot. Then we do have a thigh swivel up high, double bend here at the knee. We do have a swivel at the boot. Then we have a hinge in the ankle, going back and forward. And then we have rocker ankle. So overall, Ivar here does have some pretty good articulation. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Ivar posed for my final thoughts, and overall I think Ivar here is a pretty impressive figure. Even though I do feel like they made him a little bit too big, Ivar here actually does look good when he looks bigger than his opponents. I don't know what it is, but I always picture Ivar as being this bigger character, and the fact that they gave him this really broad torso and these really thick legs, I do like that. I just feel like maybe they could have gone with some different arms with him, because I don't think the Brody Lee arms are big enough for Ivar here. I just think that they could have given us like maybe the Vader arms. The Vader arms would probably also be really good with this figure, but overall I'm still really impressed with how he came out. I really do like how his entrance gear fits on him. I do love the way that the gauntlet fits. It's a really nice design, and I do like how he looks. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't look that good with Eric. Eric is a much different figure, which I'll talk about that more in his review, but yeah, having them together, they don't really seem to mesh, even though they are a tag team and they're supposed to look the same. there's something about the way each figure was designed that even though they're wearing the same thing, they don't quite look right as a team, and that's all Eric's fault. And if you watch his review, you'll understand what I mean. But Ivar here is a really nice figure. If you haven't already picked up the Viking Raiders, I really recommend you do, especially Ivar here. He's a very impressive figure, and I really do like the way he came out. If you are looking for the Viking Raiders, unfortunately, Elite 80 isn't in stores anymore, so you're going to have to try to finding him online. Thankfully, Ringside Collectibles still has him available at the time I'm making this video, and he's about $20. So if you do need the Viking Raiders in your collection, definitely pick them up, especially Ivar here. He's probably the better of the two. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.